Wait, let me show you how to solve this type of question step by step. Okay, I'm going to analyze it and you will understand it. Welcome to my channel. We actually asked to solve this. Okay, first thing we need to do is to simplify these particular equations. So let's simplify this equation by saying let square root of a be equal to what? X. Now when you say something like that, we say let square root of a be equal to x. To get a, we are going to do what? Square both sides of this equation. If we square both sides of this equation, we have that a is equal to x squared. So we are going to write, if square root of a is equal to x, that means that a is equal to x squared. Now similarly, we are going to let square root of b be equal to y. Okay, and that simply means that b is equal to y squared. Now we are going to substitute everything here into these equations carefully so that we don't make mistake. So we have a root a, that should be x squared multiplied by x, right? So we have x squared multiplied by x plus this is going to be y squared multiplied by y, all right, is equal to 183. Now for the second equation, b root a should be y squared multiplied by x, right? Like I said, be careful, please. That is y squared multiplied by x plus our a is what? X squared multiplied by what? Root b is what? Root b is y. So it's going to be x squared multiplied by y. Be careful. So x squared multiplied by y is equal to 182. Okay, now recall the law of indices or exponent that states that a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Okay, so once you have the same base and they are multiplying, you add the power. Therefore, we can now rewrite this particular equation as x, because this is x to the power of 1, right? So 2 plus 1 will give us 3, all right? Plus this will give us y to the power of 3 is equal to 183. Similarly, this will give us, okay, this is already normal, or will I say is already in its state or in its form. Now this is x squared y is equal to 182. All right, now let's call this equation 1 and this one equation 2. Now back to the question. Before we solve this, we need to understand what this question is telling us to do. Let's read the mind of the examiner now. The examiner says we should solve 9 divided by 5 multiplied by a plus b. The main thing here is a plus b because this is the only unknown we have. Now what is a plus b? How do we get it? Recall that we said let our a be equal to x squared and our b be equal to y squared. This simply means that a plus b should be the same thing as x squared plus y squared. But we cannot just get x squared plus y squared. It's not really easy at this stage. But if we can get x plus y and square it, we are going to have x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. Okay, now our focus will now be how do we get x plus y? We have x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3, and we have xy squared plus x squared y. It's telling us something. We can actually start from what? This particular identity that states that, so recall that a plus b raised to the power of what? 3. If you have something like this, or let me straight use x and y since that is the unknown we have here. Okay, so x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3 plus 3x squared y plus 3y squared x. Are you seeing something? We actually have everything we need here, okay, except this, which we can get, which is what we can now use to get our x squared plus y squared. Now let's solve. So we have that x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to, now x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 3 will give us 183 plus, now let's factorize. They have 3 and 3 in common, brackets. So what do we have here? X squared y plus y squared x. All right, so we have x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 183 plus 3 brackets. Now x squared y plus y squared x is actually what? 182. So we have our 182. You can see that, right? So we have x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 183 plus. So in this, multiply this, we have 6. Multiply this, we have 24. So we have 546. All right. Now, x plus y to the power of 3 will give us what? 6 plus this will give us 9. 4 plus this will give us 12. 5 plus 1 will give us 6. Plus 1 we have 7. All right. Now, permit me to clean part of this. We don't really need them. Sort of. Yeah. Okay. So what we have now is x plus y to the power of 3 is equal to, now what can we raise to the power of 3 to get 729? That is, what is the cube root of 729? And the cube root of 729 is 9. Okay, so we have this is same thing as 9 to the power of 3. Now by comparison, we can say that our x plus y is equal to 9. Now recall our intention to get x squared plus y squared from here, but it's not really easy at this point. So what do? We need to get something before we solve for x squared plus y squared. How? Recall that x plus y all squared is equal to x squared plus y squared plus 2xy, right? Now we have x squared plus y squared, which is what we are looking for. We have our x plus y, but we don't have xy. So we cannot really solve this at this point. But we can get our xy. Where? Let us go back. See, from here, note that what they have in common is that xy. So we can actually factorize that. So we can say from equation 2, recall that this is our equation 2. If we factorize xy out from each of them, so we have xy, all right? Now, xy squared divided by this, y will remain, right? And x squared y divided by this, x will remain, okay? All right, so this is what we have is equal to 182. Do you understand? Yes. So xy multiplied by, we already have y plus x as 9, multiplied by 9 is equal to 182. So from here, we can get our xy, right? So we can say that to get our xy, let's divide by 9, divide by 9. Now 9 will divide itself, and we have that xy is equal to 182 divided by 9. Perfect. Now let's go back and substitute this into this place to get this one. If you're actually enjoying this video and you've not given us a thumbs up, what are you waiting for? Please give this channel a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing us. Turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime we upload a new video. Thank you so much. Okay, now back to what we are doing. Let's not be carried away. We are yet to get to our destination. I'm trying not to delete anything that is important to us here. Okay, so far I don't think we have any important thing here. So let's clean this place. Okay, let's clean this place. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. All right, so let's continue. Now this is where we are. That y is equal to 182 divided by 9. Now recall that this is what is our intention. X plus y squared is our intention, right? Is equal to x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. Now x plus y is 9. Recall, x plus y is 9. So we are going to write 9 squared, right, is equal to, now x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. Now look at our xy, 182 divided by 9. So we are going to just substitute, okay? 182 divided by 9. Now at this point, I think we don't really need all this again. Yeah, so that we can solve our mathematics in peace. Okay, let's continue. So we have 9 squared will give us 81, okay, is equal to x squared plus y squared plus, now 2 times 2 will give us 4. 2 times 8 is 16, carry 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is what we have. So that simply means that x squared plus y squared, if we want to have this alone here, okay, that means we are going to bring this to this side of the equation, right? So we are going to have 81 is already here, but we're going to subtract 364 divided by 9, okay? Now this is over 1. So LCM of 1 and 9 is what? X squared plus y squared is equal to, the LCM is what? 9. Okay, when 1 divides 9, we have 9. 9 times 8, 1. Let's see. 9 times 1 is 1, 9. Okay, all right. Now 9 times 8 will give us 72. So we have 729 here, minus 9 divide itself is 1. 1 times this will still give us 364. Okay, so we continue our solving. Now we have x squared plus y squared, okay, is equal to 9 minus 4 will give us 5. 2 minus 3 minus 6 is not possible. 12 minus 6 will give us 6. Then we have 6 minus 3 will give us 3. So this is what we have. Are you happy? Because I am. Recall that the equation says we should solve what? 9 over 5 multiplied by a plus b. Okay? But a plus b is equal to x squared plus y squared. Let me show you so that you don't get confused. Yes, this is our a and this is our b. So this is x squared plus y squared. So all we need to do now is to do 9 divided by 5 multiplied by, this is x squared over plus 9. This is x squared plus y squared. So this is 365 over 9. Okay, so we solve. 5 will divide itself 1. If we divide 36, we are going to have 7 remainder 1. If we divide 15, we have 3. And this is the answer to the question. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.